I'm going to just pop this over here. Pop this in here. And we're on. We should be on. Are we on? Yes, we're live.
Are we live?
Live and living. Yes, look how squint this is. There, that's a bit healthier looking, isn't it? Maybe, sort of. Oh! Wanda, can I sit there and you can sit behind me?
Wanda, come on down. Come on down. That's a good girl.
Right. Okay. Now all I have to do is get tuned in for the questions.
Well, my first question is, did that donkey go to Trish Mosley?
Not directly, but I think he's in with Trish Mosley's donkey. That I think probably came from you.
Yeah,
about 20 years ago.
You're right.
So that's who, and there was two of them. And the donkey that's there is obviously about 20 or something, in its 20s, and it lost its companion who was called Donkey. So Donkey passed away and left Mo. So
okay.
Come on, Wanda. If you're coming from
the person involved is Trish Mosley.
It's on her property. It's her nephew, I think. So it's in the family somewhere.
Okay. Hope it works out well, huh?
I hope so. Yes, I think it will.
Okay.
And so that's obviously Clark.
Come on, dog.
Clark has travelled to his new home this afternoon, and that will give the white horse, Sky, a bit of peace and quiet, hopefully.
Yeah, she's scratching her head now.
Yeah, she scratches non-stop at the moment. So, so that's good. So it will be, that will calm the barn down slightly. We're just looking at the camera and on the arena cam and watching what the animals. We're watching the arena cam.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
You're talking to this camera, you're watching that camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can see what's going on everywhere. And lots of rain today. There's no mail and there's no packages.
Is it raining?
Very much so.
Really?
Yes, we got away without the rain this morning, which was great.
A little bit of it.
Just a tiny smear.
Right, there's a smell of rain.
Yeah. Not now.
Now? Oh,
No.
I see it is.
Yes.
I look at the puddles.
Yes. Yes.
I look at that, I have to feel her back to tell her it's raining. Tell her it's raining.
Well, today is not a day worth going out and scootering about.
No. Okay.
It's and it's quite cold actually.
But somebody said that this was going to be an absolutely dreadful rain. Was it you?
No.
Well, the blue sky story?
Oh, I told you last night that it was, the sky was very dark blue. It was stunning actually. But it didn't really come to anything last night, I didn't think.
Okay.
So it must have missed us. And in fact, the people, so we were sending a horse to its new home last evening. And the people who were picking the horse up, they're going up to New Hampshire. And the gentleman kept saying to me, I'm trying to get here before the weather. And he said, so then he was taking a route to avoid the weather. And he said, no, they got walloped by it. He said it was pretty vicious rain. I was like, we didn't see it.
We didn't see it. Okay.
No, it must have held on till it got to New Hampshire. So, which was fortunate. So that's us 2 animals down in 24 hours.
What?
That's us 2 animals down in 24 hours.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. So Panalytical, who was our quarantine horse that came in on Christmas Eve, he went to his new home yesterday, which is super. And Miss Flower is now in the paddock with Harley because she was his companion. So she is now in the paddock with Harley and Gertie and the 2 alpacas. And she went into that paddock last night and was running loops around it in delight.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she was very happy.
Oh, good.
So that was nice. And Clark's going to his new home this afternoon, and they'll all be shaking in their hooves at the moment to see who's next. I think Janine said something that the 5 white goats have a home in Amesbury. Did she say that?
5 white goats?
Uh-huh.
They're not the ones I want to get rid of.
Did she tell you about that?
No, of course not.
Oh well, maybe it's not true.
I tell you, I don't.
And it's through your Goats to Go connection.
Goats to go, goats to go. Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I know them.
Yes, I know. So it's through your connection.
Right.
Somebody's looking for pet goats.
Okay.
Those are definitely pet goats. They I think are going to travel to there at some point. I think the suggestion was that Nick and I were going to transport them at the weekend. But I'll probably get clearer instructions from Janine, or maybe not.
Halfway across the Atlantic.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That won't stop her.
Okay.
So that's good. And then you didn't go out on the job this morning because we had terrible problems with the internet.
It's not going to be a nice day for me.
No. We discovered
I
that.
get so upset when I can't get that daily doggy out, and everybody's expecting it.
Yeah. But you did get it out. Eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I didn't write any. When I write, just say sorry I can't write or whatever.
So it's it appeared that it was the break. We had to switch the breaker off in the tea tent. Give it 10 seconds, switch it back on, and then come and look for the bridge on the computer, which then all of a sudden appeared. And
It's above me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it.
no, it's and there must be a problem, and I think it might be a problem in the physical system. It's bizarre. So we'll have to have a maybe ask Brittany if she knows somebody who would be able to come in and look at it, how it's all configured. So, and then what did you do this afternoon?
Trying to recover from the morning. It's been a bad day. It's been a bad day, and etc. There's a big pile of wet laundry right there. It's been there all day.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
It's wet towels.
Lovely. We'll get that sorted out once we're finished.
Well, one of those nurse type people came and tried to tell me where I was supposed to stand up and walk and stuff like that.
Did they make you walk in here?
Yeah, and it was that's when I ran into old wet towels.
Ah. Well, I suppose that's better than walking outside today. Was it the physiotherapist lady?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of those people.
Yeah.
There's those people that the physical therapists, they have so many different titles and names that I don't.
Yes.
I don't know what they accomplished by coming here. She wanted to know how I was doing in the shower. Well, I'm doing fine in the shower. You know?
At least she didn't ask for a demonstration.
Well, she did once.
Did she?
Yes, of course she did.
Oh.
Of course she did. And the whole, it's ridiculous, you know?
Yeah. It's a lot. It's like jumping
People
through
are
hoops.
asking me questions, and people are not telling me answers to questions that I have. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting absolutely nowhere. So there.
Excellent.
And right there is the deposit for today. I didn't have a ride.
Oh.
Oh, and I'm overdrawn. I could not order something online.
Right.
And there's why, right there in that little book. Yeah, so I mean, you know.
I could take you tomorrow morning.
We're going to need to do something, but the deposit's right there. And I have no deposit slips because I just don't have any.
Well, as long as we can get your steps in tomorrow morning, because you'll have to go in. I'll come with you, but we can take you down there.
Right? We need to solve the problem tomorrow morning, or we're just going to stay overdrawn.
Yeah. Well, we'll go tomorrow morning.
Awful.
Okay. Right. Shall we see if there are any questions?
Oh, God.
Oh, thank goodness. Somebody said the sound was off and then they realised it was them. Oh. Right.
I'll tell you what set me off too, is those people from Texas that arrived were absolutely lovely people.
Yes.
And they drove all the way from Texas, because their son's main goal in his whole life was to come meet us and see what Goldie's Farm was all about. And the honor that gave us was amazing. Here was this lovely family, and this was their main goal in life, was to come and see what we were all about. And they watch us every night on this mail call, and they watch the Daily Doggy, which I can't get mailed out, and it's just, etc. We have a large responsibility. Then people get on the tack of, I have a large responsibility to all these people that depend on the Daily Doggy to get up in the morning. And I can't write it. Just because I can't, and nobody knows why. It's just ridiculous.
It's very frustrating.
Huh?
It's very frustrating.
Very frustrating. I don't like frustration. I don't like frustration. However,
Linda is asking,
Linda,
should the family visit from yesterday be included in the visit report for the week?
oh my word.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Why not?
Yes, well, it is a visit, because we
Well,
record...
they visit to us. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, that would be lovely, thank you. Yes, Carl does follow Janine around.
What?
Carl follows Janine around, and somebody was saying that he was drinking from muddy rainwater. Well, the dogs actually have water stationed in the barn aisle. They have water stationed outside the barn, and they also have it in Carlene's garden and Carlene's house. So the fact that he's drinking muddy water is kind of like a Carl choice.
It's a preference.
Yes, it wasn't a necessity.
Right.
Susan says any day she wakes up is a good day.
Oh, God.
Janine has not contacted us to say she's arrived, but you said she only left at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
She's not arrived yet.
No. And is she going straight to France, or is she...
I have no idea.
I don't know either. I wonder if there's a direct flight from Logan to Paris. Charles de Gaulle, I think.
We have a big white spot in the middle of our...
Oh.
Is that bad?
Just says low battery. We've got 10% left. So there we go.
That's low battery because
Is it in there?
somebody who shall remain nameless took my charger out of where I usually have it to plug in overnight. And when you came through the door, you had a yellow cord with you. Was it recently? Just, no?
No.
Somebody did. I don't know.
No.
Anyway,
Well, you know what?
chargers.
There's a charger in the. Oh, there's a charger in the barn. Oh, she's got it up there. A charger in the barn, and I'll bring it down.
Whatever. I don't.
Well, we need your phone charged
We need the phone charger.
because that's our line of communication.
I know. Will you stop? Why don't you get what? Oh.
Go lie down. Bed.
Oh. Come on, go lie down in bed.
Right. So,
Oh. My nerves are shot. Come on, Penny.
well, everybody
You
says
gotta go lie down in bed.
everybody says that your day is going to get better.
What happened?
Susan, we've got your box, and it had 6 very much appreciated tubs of cookies for going out on jobs. And I thought it had been opened because the lid was opened, but maybe it wasn't opened yesterday. So thank you very much.
Hey, damn it. You know what? The paper wrapper.
I'm not sure if Wallace is training this evening.
Forget it, Penny. Forget it. Lie down. Thank you. There we go. Look at that. Both of them. Did you see both of them lie
Yes.
down together? Good dog. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Good girl. Ugh.
That is a new green light riding lawnmower.
Ooh.
And the John Deere
Yes.
sit-on lawnmower.
Yes.
And that was a donation, along with, and Janine got surprised when she went to pick it up, along with a snowblower.
Yes.
Very
Very
exciting.
exciting. Very exciting. Where did she? Who'd she pick it up from?
I don't know, somebody who donated it.
Yes, okay.
Much appreciated.
It certainly was.
And she's been out on it already. She says it's great fun.
Oh, good.
She's a bit like you with her.
Oh.
She says she's very good in a tractor now.
She is.
Diane says we can wait for any time you can get the daily doggy out, Carlene, because they love you.
Oh.
So yes, it's absolutely super because I think now that we've got all of the green spaces, a sit-on lawnmower is much appreciated instead of having to push. So the push lawnmower will still be used for the smaller areas, and we'll work that out. So it's been quite something.
Mm.
Now I'm trying to refresh this and see what else we've got.
Mm.
Is the glass sliding door supposed to be open? It's not.
It's not open. Well, that happened. It's the screen
It's the
door.
screen.
You have to push it back, and I can't get out there to do that.
Well, remind me and I'll push it back. Just another thing. One of these remember things. Yes, so it's not open. It's the screen door. So. So yes. Okay.
That old Dr. scale is doing beautifully.
Are you actually
It's
standing on
funny,
it?
It's funny that people are now relying on it as opposed to the electronic thing that they bring in.
So do they put you on that one?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
The complication of the weight being distributed from down on the foot pedal that I'm standing on to up that thing and across to all those, it blows my mind. Blows my mind. A lot of things blow my mind. My mind, let's face it, my mind is blown.
Yes, Fernanda, somebody donated both the sit-on lawnmower and also the snowblower. It came from the same person.
Yes.
Did you see Janine and I trying to get it off the trailer?
I wasn't in on that project.
It was right outside there. I thought you'd have seen the clouds of smoke.
No.
So we fired it up. It was in the horse trailer, and Janine was. I was videoing, and Janine was going to reverse it down the ramp, and all I could see. I said, "Are you ready?" And she went, "Yep." And all I could see was black clouds of smoke. And then I said, "Are you okay in there?" She went, "No, I'm just going to come out." So she switched it off and came out. So then we had the great idea of opening the side door so that we had a ventilation. And all that caused was the big cloud of black smoke to come out the side door. And she said, "It's okay, I've got my shirt." So she put her head in her shirt and went back in. And eventually it was a kind of hold your breath situation.
Lie in the bed. Go get in bed.
She said, "Can I just lie down here?"
Penny, go get in bed. Penny, no. She's trying to tell me that she hadn't had any supper. Penny, go lie down. Go on, good girl. Go on, lie down.
Eventually we got it out, and Janine, I think Bud had a look at it. He said it's very good. Bud said the John Deere is very good.
Yeah.
So then Janine took off, and
But Bud said so. It
must be good. So that was us. And Joanne Wood said maybe some days Carlene doesn't have the motivation to write and should not be made to feel guilty.
I did. You.
What?
When I was in the rehab thing, you wrote it.
I wrote it. I know, but I didn't make you feel guilty.
No, you filled in the hole so I didn't have to feel guilty.
Yes. I can do you.
Huh?
I can do you days when you don't want to.
No, I don't. I don't understand.
Now. Can Elvis and Jem have the stall to themselves? The bigger donkeys shoo them out. That's a tricky one because they're all sharing paddocks. I'll have to go and have a wee looky-see.
What's this?
Dodie was very pleased to see Janine riding the mower. It saves her so much work, and I said I think she actually quite enjoys it.
Yeah.
Yes, she was a bit too happy as she was flying by. And people are saying they like your mind even when it's blown.
My mind gets blown.
Yes. And Joanne says, you've had a hard winter because you're not in charge of everything that affected your life.
That's been true for a long time, though, really.
Has it? You think?
Yeah, it's always been trying to pull something together or do something.
Mm-hmm.
I have not had, not that I want one, but I have not had a vacation day. 30 years, 40 years?
Yeah.
When I was married to Tom, we did go to a few racetracks.
Is that a vacation?
That was the vacation. That was the only place he would go. And since I was married to him, I had to go with him. I didn't want to go. I didn't like it. You know,
Yeah.
That's where I went. There were several places that had good food.
Well, that I suppose takes the edge off.
Suppose, yeah. There were a couple that had very good Caesar salads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there were a couple racetracks that had very good, and Suffolk Downs was one of them.
And where?
But that's I have not had a vacation 50 years.
So, where were the racetracks you went to?
We went to down in Virginia.
Uh-huh.
There are two of them down there. There's and then there's New York.
Uh-huh.
Those are the
Was
ones
there any in
we went to.
Florida?
Florida, yes, we went to one in Florida a couple times, not that often. But it's usually Virginia. I've forgotten the names of the tracks. But they're all the same.
Yes.
Let's face it, it's all the same. And I don't like horse racing to begin with.
No.
You could raise cockroaches, and these people would bet on them, and that would be fine.
And it might be a bit more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could do that. As a matter of fact, there's somebody that's got chicken racing going.
Oh,
I don't think they've got
heaven help them.
pari-mutuel betting on them yet, but there is a guy that goes around to the fairs
Does he?
that's got chicken racing.
Good grief. Heaven help us.
There's a bunch of chickens out of the starting gate and off they go. But at any rate, horse racing is on its way out, I do believe.
Well, like a lot of things, I think there's been a lot of backlash.
Yeah.
You know, welfare, etc. Did they not have was there not a big backlash against dog racing?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
There should be, really.
yeah, exactly. So,
Where did you get that?
so I think there's the whole climate's changing that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, well, maybe just as well you made your trips around the race places at that point, because they might not be in existence.
Well, okay, we had a horse that was born at our place, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
I've forgotten what his race name was, but he eventually ended up at the racetrack. And Tom had an official trainer and jockey and all that sort of stuff. And we raced him, period. And then he came home because he had a chip fracture of the knee. And they used to stand him in ice water before they raced him, so he couldn't feel this chip fracture. It's awful stuff. So he came home, and so I decided to make a riding horse out of him. And I began to ride him around the trail. I decided one day I'd like to go ride him around Suffolk Downs, just for the hell of it. So I took him down to Suffolk Downs, and I got on him. He's ordinarily a very well-behaved horse. And I started to get on the track, and I got on the entrance of the track. He stood straight up in the air.
Oh.
He was not going near that place again.
Well, that tells you everything, doesn't
It
it?
told me everything right there.
Yeah.
Oh. That and Tom buying the horse, the racehorse, for $35,000, and I'm taking it around the track for exercise or whatever the hell it is. And when I get back, the people standing there offered me more for my pony, who was an excellent pony, than it did for that horse. A good pony is a good thing. It's a track. A reliable horse that doesn't kick or bite.
And what was your pony like?
It was a quarter horse.
A quarter horse.
Buxy quarter horse.
Go lie down. Bed. And
She tried to tell you they haven't been fed yet.
I know. She's also
For some reason, I'm losing dishes.
Ooh.
How I could end up with the same number of dogs I've had for years and sort of slowly be missing dishes.
That's problematic.
It is, because they get upset.
Yes. We'll have to find dishes as well. Who is making your food when Janine's away?
Who making what?
Your food.
My food? It wasn't Janine when she was here. You people gotta be kidding me. No, there were times when she'd bring it in from a store,
Yes.
and I got some of that still in there. Donna and her husband Randy,
Yes.
lovely people, she bought me 4 meals, basically a chicken and rice arrangement, and they're very good. I've eaten 2 of them already. And her husband, I think, is going to work on the desk,
Which is super.
which would be super.
Yes.
Because it is Goldie's drawer.
Well, I know it's kind of important.
You don't take my shoes! Oh. That was another thing. This lovely person comes in, I mean, the young lady. She's an orthopedic, whatever the hell they are. And she wanted to know what shoes I was wearing, other than the ones I had on, and I said, those. And she said, those? There was only one. She said, where's the other one? I said, I don't know.
With the dog?
The dog had it.
Yes.
She found it. She said, what happens to your shoes? I said, yeah. I'm lucky I get 2 that match.
Well, yes.
There are times when I have not had 2 that match. You get a right one and a left one.
Well, that's a good enough
That's all
start.
you need.
Yeah. As long as the heels are the same height. Otherwise, you go round in circles.
Well, I have cowboy boots.
Have you still got them?
They're in the building 25.
Oh.
I don't know whether I'm going to be able to walk in them. They've always been wonderful. Wonderfully steady. You know, I never had any problem with cowboys. They are high heels.
Yeah. It'll probably give you some nice support in your ankles.
Yeah, it could be they're good. I think they're good if they're going to kill me. One of the 2.
Well,
Might as well go for it.
go out with style.
What?
Go out with style.
Go out with style. These are Lucchese had
Yes.
cowboy boots. That was a very good brand name.
Yes. They still make boots.
Huh?
They still make boots.
Oh yeah, yeah. This dog is walking back and forth. You people can't see it, but she is.
But we've got beds full of dogs at the moment.
Oh,
Larky and Sizzle are lying down, and Carl's there too, and Wanda is lying beside Sizzle.
well, I know. I had 3 dogs. I had 3 bowls. I used them for a long time. Now I've got 5 dogs and I've got 2 bowls.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's not working out right.
No. That's going to be problematic going forward. Do you want me to put any of the dogs in the ICU overnight?
No.
You sure?
No.
I can do that. Karen's suggesting you take another visit to stay with Sandy in Tennessee.
There you go. Sandy was great fun.
Yes.
I talked to her today.
Did you?
Yes, I did, because I had to call her and say, will you put out something on the Daily Doggy because I can't make the internet work up here.
Oh.
See, I could contact her on my phone, but I couldn't contact anybody on the computer.
Yeah. Okay, well, so what we need to do is we need to get dog bowls, the screen, and a phone charger.
In the what? In the phone?
The screen door moved
Oh,
back. So, I think we've managed to cover the questions.
And I have If by Rudyard Kipling sitting right here looking at me every single day, and every single day I read that whole damn thing.
How can you see it from there? Well, you've got it memorised, haven't you?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The order is sometimes a little strange, but I have it memorized.
Well, as long as you've got the content in there somewhere, it doesn't matter the order.
It's the whole thing is my life right down to
The bottom.
right down to the bottom part.
Excellent. Okay.
Wait, not be tired by waiting, or being lied about. Don't deal in lies, or being hated. Don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good or talk too wise. You know, it goes on and on and on and on. Rudyard had it right.
Yes.
Now, 1895.
Is that right?
I think so. I don't know that so. I've heard that that's the date that's usually
Yes,
attached to it.
See? Stood the test of time.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Just shows we've really not made any changes or strides forward.
No, I know. Oh, Lord.
Oh dear. So, we are going to tackle the weekend with joy.
With Joy?
I don't know. Yes.
Well, that's right. It's the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently so.
Is it still raining out?
Yes.
It is. It's raining hard.
I know. I'm away off to play in the barn.
I kind of like rain.
Yes. Especially when you're watching Janine's grass seed and you're like, please grow, please grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very. I think it's quite comforting rain. I don't know whether or not it's because everything just, I don't know, blanketed in it.
I'm not going to die of thirst.
No. Carl certainly won't, since he drinks the puddles.
Terrible.
It's a terrible thing. You can have the cleanest, freshest, most delicious water out, and some of the donkeys, they'll go and drink out of the puddles.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Horses are drinking out of a half an inch. They're down low, half inch.
Mm-hmm.
So they're drinking the scum and stuff on the top. They're drinking stuff underneath. Dogs, I don't know. Dogs are kind of lapping up whatever's
Yeah, because
there.
they stir it all up. Yep. Well, the only good thing is we don't use any pesticides or chemicals on the farm.
Correct.
It's just poo.
Correct.
So it'll be fully fertilised with manure. Okay, so we will be back on Monday.
I hope. I don't know.
We will, as long as we're not washed away. I think the weather's actually after, it's just really today and tomorrow's going to be wet, and then I think it's all improving again.
Well, see, there you go, knock on the rain again. You're saying it's going to improve.
Yes,
You're implying that something's wrong with the rain.
No, but you
See, I don't think there's anything wrong with the rain.
No, but it makes you stuck in the house because you can't get up and down the driveway.
Oh, I go down the driveway.
Well, you'll have a very wet bottom if you go up and down the driveway.
It comes from up. It doesn't bottom wet.
No, but the
My bottom gets wet for a lot of different reasons. not the rain. It's those damn pills they give me.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but on you go. So, we'll do that. Is Heather coming this weekend?
I don't know. Janine said, you have all these people going to help you. And Heather's name was in there.
All right, okay, that's fine. So
Heather's very nice.
yes, lovely.
She was once a bank person, even though.
Yeah. Well, presumably...
Somehow, I have bank problems to solve, and they're all organized. I mean, that little green book.
I'll take you out with your little green book
When
tomorrow.
stuff comes in, on the mail call, whatever, it goes in the book.
Right.
Immediately.
Okay.
So if it ends up, in some shoebox or another where it doesn't belong, I know that. I know which ones are supposed to be deposited.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
that-
As long as you've got your green book.
Yeah, the green book. My green book is very nice.
That's perfect. Okay, so we'll get the weekend sorted and then we'll be back on Monday, hopefully.
I hope. Well, I had 2 daily doggies to do before that.
And are you going to write your newspaper article?
I've been thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking, and all of those articles I try and end with a punchline.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 2 punchlines that I have to use up, but I can't figure out what articles go
The bit to go up top.
And furthermore, they like 400 words. That cuts it a little bit short.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to come up with an opinion and all that sort of thing in the 400 words. I'll work on it.
Yeah.
And then I need a picture.
Yes. I've had a fight with all my pictures.
You and other people have taken pictures
Mm-hmm.
and said, "Oh, I'll send it to you. Here it is. I'll take it. And you take it." And I never see it.
I send them to your email.
On that
On the computer.
on that machine,
Yes, I give up.
I can't even remember which ones they were.
Oh dear. Well, if you ask a little bit in advance, we can try and work out
If I ask Elizabeth,
a little bit in advance.
Oh, a little bit.
Because you know how long it takes me to find things.
don't know. But if I had these pictures, maybe I could come up with a story and write it.
Yeah. A picture stimulus.
Well, you get the pictures to me and I'll work on it. But
Okay.
right now, I don't have pictures. Right now, I don't have any enthusiasm either. That is the problem.
It's actually very difficult, and I know you've been doing it for so long, but it's very difficult writing on a daily basis.
Yes.
And you have to be just in the right frame of mind to do it.
Or lack of frame of mind. You know who started me on this was Dave Barry.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that name? I wish I could remember some of the things he wrote about, but one of them was when they remodeled his house and tore down his porch, they left the screen door. And he had a dog that was so dumb it would sit at that screen door and wait for you to open it and let him out. There was no house around it. And he was also the one who ordered too much concrete at one point. And you have to take it. Because they have to go back with an empty concrete truck. And he had filled up where he wanted the concrete, and then he said, okay, goodbye. And they said, no, you got to take it all. So he has a concrete lump in his front yard that I can relate to, you know. I can relate to that. He's a funny guy. He wrote for the Miami Herald. Something like that. He's a funny guy.
Oh, dear. And did he write something daily as well?
He did for a while there, yeah. I think he's kind of gotten old like everybody else. I don't know. But Dave Barry is a funny man.
Yeah, but how
Got a
many?
good head on his shoulders.
But how many years have you been writing your daily doggy?
An awful long time, because I